Hi all. Let's start with the next video. In previous video, we seen as a related to malform TLP, and what are the scenarios we'll see where its malform TLP will generate it. What are the resistors is required to enable or disable those malform TLPs using advanced error reporting mechanism. Now we'll see the other packets like we'll say as a completion packets in the transaction layer in PCI, we have a packet as a completion packets. So what actually meaning of completion? Why completion packets will generate? How it will generate? What are the request we need to send from RC to EP? Then how completion will generate? What type of completion we'll see in this video. Before going to completions, we'll see as a some basic definitions like what is meaning of posted transactions and non-posted transactions. So let's take as a one example. You have a RC, you have a EP, you are connected through link. You have a RC, you have a EP, you are connected through this link. Let us take example where posted means you won't get the any response, like it's kind of, let us take one example as a memwrite. This we call as a posted transaction. Memwrite, what happen whenever you are sending data? Memwrite means you are writing the data. Let's take one example, a practical example as a, you have a processor, you are connected that processor to any printer. Let us take as a printer, your take as a printer. You will send as a data from your laptop to your printer. You will send the data to get the printouts. Whenever you are sending data, you will get as a printouts the how many pages you want to send, what is the data, everything you will give as a instruction. These many pages I want to print, what this is the data I want to select. So everything you will give very clearly. So you will get a print. You won't get any completions from the printer to any your processor. So this we call as a posted transactions. So you won't expect also, whenever you are sending data you will get a printout, that's it. You won't get any information like yeah, this data is printed everything. So it's automatically its printout is done. This is a processor. You are connected any peripheral device. If you won't get any response, completion means response. If you won't get any response means this we called as a posted transaction. The one will be the membrane, another will be the messages. So we'll see what is the significance of messages in next slide. As of now, understand messages are also in posted transactions. Let's see the one more definition: non-posted. Non-posted means it's you will get as a, you will see as a completion response, maybe with the response or with the data as well. So response may come sometimes, sometimes you will get response with the data also. Let's take as one example, read. You want to read the data any of the device. Let us take, you have a processor, you have a laptop. That laptop is connected to any hard disk. Once you connected your hard disk, what happened? Everything you got to know, like what are the files is present, what is available area, everything you got to know. What is meaning of that? You are reading the data. You are reading the that inside of the data present in the hard disk. So that reading, what happened? You will see the data. Whatever data present in the hard disk, you will see in your system. So this is we call as a memory transaction. So whatever data let us you are sending the request memory with a specific tag, you will get as a same tag with the data. Let us you are reading, I want to read the specific location 0 to 15 address, I want to read the date. So with a specific tag as a number one. So you will get as a with the data as well as completion with the data with the tag of that one only. So based on that RC will get to know like whatever send the request, I got a response based on that request. So the tag will and request rate also present. So it's RC will see that this is a actual packet which I want to expect. So RC will get to know like, then once the data is came to here RC, it will do operations based on that requirements. So this we call as a non-posted. So what conclusion it was? Posted means you won't get the response. Non-posted means you will get the response with sometimes with the data as well. So here is a one question we have. Why posted transactions are required? Why non-posted? Let's can we give as a posted transaction in non-posted? Is it possible? Let us take scenario where I want to write the data. You have a RC, you have a EP, you are connected through the link RC. This one is a EP. You are sending the posted transaction. Let's take as a membrane. So can you expect response? So if we expect the response, what happen? So this is the one interview question. We'll see in the end of the this video. As of now, understood. Membrane will be the posted. So if membrane we if you give as a non-posted, what happen? What is the performance? Maybe some drawbacks may be there. So we'll discuss in the end of this video or else next video. Yeah, one more point I need to explain is the completions. Completion means it's response. Let us you have a RC, you have a EP, you are sending the let's take example. This one is RC, this one is a EP. You are sending the request to the transmitting link. You will get the response in receiver lanes. So if you let us take one example as a configuration. Here I mentioned a configurations are non-posted. So you will get as a response. So let us I want to send the request configuration read. Configuration read means it's kind of every device will use the configuration TLP we have. We will read the 32 bits data. So it's very small data. Whenever you will send the transaction, you will get the data as a configuration TLPs that you will see as a what is the configuration space present in the endpoint. So we need to read that device behave. What is the meaning of config? Config means is using that configuration TLPs. We need to behave like what is the device ID, what is the device related any kind of specification like what is the total area available area, what are the files is present. Everything you will read from the configuration only. Once reset is done, link up is happen. Once link up is done, initialization is happen. Once initialization is done, next will send as a configuration packets. Due to this configuration packets, what happen? You got to know like what is the device, like what is the mapping, what is the memory mapping they used, what is the addressing, what are the addresses present at that endpoint. So everything you will read with the completions from the EP to RC side. This we call as a completions. So in a completions we have a different type. The packet format also mostly it's similar like in the TLP. First divided is similar for all. Second divided we have a completion ID. You will send the request from the RC to EP. You will get as a completion also have a ID, right? So it's you have to replace there here. Status. What is the status? Like whether it is correct packet, whether it is bad packet, whether it is your unsupported request packet. Any kind. Byte count. How many bytes you need to be see the what is the byte count present. So request ID you will send from the request. Tag is you will send from request RC. What is the address, what is the data. So everything you will read from the this we call as a completion packets. So in a completion we have a different type. Maybe completions you will get as a data, sometimes you won't get the data as well as a configuration right. Configuration right means you have a RC, you have a EP. You are sending the request such a way that that device need to be accept in the specific manner. Let's your device is a 32-bit addressing mode. You have a EP will be the 32-bit addressing mode, but RC want to do as a 64-bit addressing mode. So what happen? You will send as a configuration write packets. What happen? Device behavior will need to be changed. Instead of 32 you need to do as a 60-bit operation. So you are overriding that device behave. So RC will send the request such a way that you have to do in this manner, you have to behave in this manner. So once you will send a request with the data, that EP will send as a response. I'm ready to accept your request. I'm sending you completion from EP to RC side. You will get as a completion. When you are sending configuration right, you will get a completion, but you won't see the any data because already you are saying you have to behave with specific manner, like RC want to do 64-bit operation, EP have only 32, so it will be the override to EP side, like you have to behave as a 64-bit addressing mode, then only transaction going peacefully. So in this way, configuration write packets helpful to helpful to implement the specific behavior. So you will get as a only completions in that time. So this we call as completion. In this completion we have a data or with the data, or some status will we have a unsupported request, completion retry status, some other fields also will be there based on your requirements, based on that the getting from the data from EP to RC side, it will be the update the values, what type of values we need to give. That status will be the updated based on the EP behave. So in this way, I want to cover in this slide. I will cover the this posted, non-posted, and completion. What is the completion needed? Completion, completion with the data, completion without the data. So we'll see the one more point is a completion timeout. So you have a RC, you have a EP, you are sending, let us assume, membrane packet. RC will send the request, EP will need to be generated that memory pack. Let us I want to read the data 0 to 15 address. So whenever sending the request, you need to get the data. You will send the request specific time. Let us assume 15 nanoseconds you took from sending the request from RC to EP side. Let us take, you will get a response with, let us assume, 100 nanoseconds. 100 nanoseconds. In this 100 nanoseconds only you should get the response. Otherwise what happen? RC will generate as a completion with the timeout. This completion is not able to see. I am generating as a completion timeout. So because of that, what happened? Using address advanced error reporting, you will see the error, like expected time is out in, it's not be the bounded, it's be the out of bounded. So RC will generate as a completion with that error. This we call as a completion timeout. This is a timeout happen that particular tag, that particular packet. So you will get as a completion timeouts. So how to disable or enable? Sometimes what happen? No, you will get as a completion timeout in the logs, but you don't want to see the errors, any errors from related to completions. So what happen? You have to disable or enable based on your requirements. This bit device control register 2 is a register. You have to enable or disable this fourth bit. But sometimes what happen, you instead of 100 nanoseconds you want on we encode 50 nanoseconds. You have to give us it some timing. This is the time only I have to get a completion. That particular time we call as a completion timeout time. That time you can encode accordingly based on your requirement. 000 means 50 micro to 50 milli. So based on these values, you can give which value you want to give. This if you give 0 1 1 0, so completion timeout you will get this much time. RC will generate after this you will get as a completion timeout. So based on your requirements, you have to generate the completion timeout. So this is I want to cover what is the significance of completion timeout. So every packet it's only have a time. Based on that time you will get as a completions. If you are not able to receive the packet that particular time, you will see as a completion timeout. So in this video I covered posted, non-posted. Then after we'll see as a some completion packets, what are the different type of completions with data and without data. Sometimes we'll see as a some completions we'll say as a uh, it's kind of unsupported request, maybe configuration retry status, some different types packets will be there. We just go through once the mindshare book PDF, you will understand more clear for related to completion. And then after I covered in this video completion timeout, how RC will generate as a completions based on the requirements, how we can do encoding based on the what time you need to do. Like sometimes you need to give us a completion timeout maybe in this boundary, based on you have to do as a encoding. So this is I want to cover in this video. If you have any question, please let me know. Thank you.